Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and also to the tidiest corner of my house. I have recently found out that we are moving, so lots of changes to come and I'm really excited. Today I just figured I could do like a dupe get ready with me style of video. There's a lot of palettes that I want, but I don't necessarily need. So the one that got the most votes was the Morphe, I think it's 35 Boss palette. It's the one that's like purple and green and has some reds, and I don't know, it's probably the most non-Morphe palette I've seen and the only one that I'm really interested in. But no one really liked that one. They went with the Ace Beauty palette that looks really interesting. I'll go ahead and show you the poll real quick. It's this one right here. So I just figured you guys could shop my stash with me, and I could come up with a look, and then I'll have my own Ace Beauty palette to make looks with. I think it's really pretty. I mean, if I had the expendable income to just buy it, I would, and it would be convenient, but I just don't. So I'm just gonna try to dupe it. I'm the green and blue rose calling my name, and also like this really pretty purple on the very top row is nice. I don't know, I'm very attracted to this palette. I think it is one of the nicer rainbow palettes that I've seen, so I'm kind of excited to at least try to dupe it. The first color I think I'm gonna dupe is like the dark blue shade that's on the, I don't know, okay, so it's the third row, third column. It's this blue right there, so right in the middle. I'm definitely going to try to dupe that one. The lime green, the first row, third column purple, and maybe that shimmery blue shade. I think those are the ones that I'm going to try to aim for and then kind of come up with a look. I will zoom in. I know like the lighting in here isn't as nice. I did end up selling my ring light because we were not doing so well in the cash department. I just feel like 2018 just was the year of unexpected expenses, so that was really my main issue. Alright, I need to get a picture up off of this palette, and then we can start duping, which I'm really excited for. So I think, like I said, I'm gonna do that dark green blue color. I already think I have a color in mind, and it is a shade that I helped with. I helped Taylor from Igneous Cosmetics come up with this. And okay, so it's not like exact, but it's definitely gonna work for what I want. So it's gonna be this one. And honestly, that green shade too is very similar, and I think I'm gonna go with that color right there. So just gonna pop this baby out. I love the way she sets up these magnetic palettes. They look like Altoid tins that were kind of repurposed, and then they have like you can put your own, she put some magnets in there, so these are great. I'm definitely gonna order some more from her when I'm not broke as shit. So gonna take that one out, and I'm also gonna pull out this green shade because I think it's I don't know, it's close, but I think this other one is a little brighter. I think it has a slightly more yellow to it. I'm just going to put that one down as a contender. They definitely have some other brighter greens that might work, but I want to check first. I don't know, so far that one is the closest, but I am gonna look in a couple more places, probably in my singles. Let's see what this guy has for me. I also have this sample that I got from Inglot a really long time ago. it's 288. It's also kind of close. I don't know, but this one's definitely more green to me. And this one is more yellowy, which is what that one is. So, I don't know, so far that's the one it looks like. Alright. Now I want to dupe that kind of purpley magenta shade. Next. I'm also going to check. Oh, I think I see one. Okay, this one's kind of shimmery though, so I don't think I want that one. I think I'm gonna skip on it. I have one that's closer to the color, but it's shimmery. I don't know if I want a shimmery one. This one might be a little harder for me to dupe with my current collection, but I'm still gonna try. I'll look at my Juvia's Place palettes real quick. Nope. Nope. This one's definitely nope. Might end up having to mix some colors to achieve what I'm wanting here. Honestly though, it's like okay in my opinion to dupe using more than one color. Like I always mix shades anyway, but I think I found a perfect dupe. Okay, this purple color right here, I think that'll work for me for sure. Okay, so we've got 3 of the colors that I'm looking for so far. I think I just want 2 more maybe, or just those. I have that deep blue, that lime green, that magenta, that's 3. And I think I'm gonna go with a shimmery blue shade, which is like this one on the corner right here. Let's see if I can find a bluish shimmery color. Like that one. Alright, I think I'm gonna go with this shade right here. It's from the Archeo palette. I didn't keep the sheet with the names on it, so when I figure it out, I'll post it down below. So that way, if you happen to have these items, you can follow along if you wish to do so. But I think those are all the colors I'm gonna work with today. And that is like 4 colors, like a nice quad. And we'll just go from there. I think it'll look nice. All right, so I'm going to kind of prep my eyes real quick and then I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back and I'm a little bit closer to the camera. I always set my eyeshadow or my base with the same old stuff. I use this Rimmel powder on my lids, and then I also, before that, I actually use the Photo Focus eyeshadow primer from Wet n Wild, which works just fine for me. Use whatever you want to use. I don't care. Okay, so the first color that I'm going to go with is this shade right here. It is, let's see if it'll focus. Thank you. It's a Cedar by Igneous Cosmetics, and it comes in the Lakeside palette from her fall collection. I helped a little bit with the color selection with this, and I couldn't be more grateful for that opportunity. This palette means a lot to me, so if you're interested, if these colors are of interest to you, I think you should definitely check out Igneous Cosmetics. She does a really good job over there. So anyway, I'm going to be taking this color into my crease. So I'm just taking this shade above and into my crease because I'm going to be placing that turquoisey green shade directly into the crease too. I like to blend things until they're like almost not visible because I just want the blend to be as seamless as possible. And once I am happy with the amount of product I have, I'll move on to the next shade. This is almost looking a little brown to me, and it might be because my brush already had some color on it, so That's okay. I don't think it's gonna really affect what I'm going for anyway. It's still like a really good spot-on green shade, so I'm gonna roll with it. I'm gonna take another crease brush, a crease brush from e.l.f. That other one was just a, I don't know. It's not like the tapered kind of brush, but it works just fine for blending eyeshadow. I'm gonna use this one with the shade called That's Cold by Igneous. And just going to gently tap into this because blue is a color that does not blend well, which is why it's important to just gradually work it in and barely tap your brush into it, no matter how good the eyeshadow is. Blues are just a pain to blend. I feel like I see a lot of people do what I do, like in reverse, where they put down the darker color and then they put the lighter color and blend it out that way. I don't know why I like to do it this way. I guess I just feel like putting the lighter color down just kind of sets an example for the next color. But that's just how I like to do my eyeshadow. I'm probably gonna go back in with that green anyway to blend out the blue again. See, now that I've like kind of gotten the blend down, I can feel more confident in grabbing more product and concentrating it into a specific area. The unfortunate thing about being a glasses wearer is that like sometimes I feel like the blend looks good, but it could just be because of my poor vision blurring the eyeshadow. So sometimes I'll be like, that looks good, and then I'll take a picture, like a macro, and then I'm like, that looks terrible up close, but at least I wear glasses, so it's fine. Because I think what I'm going to do with the shimmery blue shade is that particular blue shade from the Archeo palette is, it seems to be more geared towards a topper shade, so I definitely feel like using my finger would be better, but I don't like touching my eyeshadows because the oils in my fingers are just going to give it hard pan, so I always use brushes. Even if it is more receptive to a finger, I don't care. I'm going to use brushes because I also like to use some of my makeup on other people, and I just think it's more sanitary that way. So yeah, that particular shade, while most of the time with Clionadh Cosmetics I don't feel like I really need a glitter primer, with this particular shade I'm definitely going to use it. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that color and glitter glue, go from there. As always, I use my trusty glitter glue from NYX. Smallest amount on my finger. I do feel like this stuff, you don't need a whole lot for it to do the job. I wish this came in, I think this does come in a smaller size if you get it in like a gift set or something. My favorite brushes to kind of lay down shimmers is this really tiny flat brush from Real Techniques. It's called a detailer brush. I think it's actually meant for like carving out your brows or something, for when you do your brows or whatever, when you want to use some concealer to clean them up. But I actually like to use this with shimmer eyeshadows because I feel like it's good at like really making sure that you can like cut your crease with this, essentially. That icy blue shade from the Archeo palette. I'm just kind of dab my brush on it and just go to town. Seriously though, half cut crease who? No concealer? I love this. It's so pretty. I look like I have highlighter on, but my face is just, it still has like face mask stuff on it. I'm not naturally this glowy at all. Okay, I'm gonna repeat that same thing on the other eye. Okay, this is what we have so far. I didn't really think of like the inner corner. I think there is like a champagne kind of color in that. I'm thinking about trying to dupe that next, which you can dupe a shimmery champagne with like just about any palette, so I don't think I'm gonna have trouble finding a color like that. But I haven't forgotten about that purple color. I have plans for her, just wait, okay? So, but next I think I'm gonna go back into that blue color and just really intensify this part because I really want this blue to stand out. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so now that that is done, I'm going to kind of look at what that color looks like on my phone. It's called Biscotti, and it's like this right here. Clionadh Cosmetics palette, and I think I'm gonna go in with Epoch, that one. Right there. And I'm just gonna grab like a pencil brush. Place it right in the inner corner. I don't know if I would normally pick a color like this for an inner corner. I would like it to look a little bit more cohesive with the blue, so I might have like opted for like a lighter blue highlight or even a green one. But because I'm really trying to actually dupe a specific palette, I just wanted to stay true to the color story. And I'm just gonna do it right on the brow bone. Okay, I definitely think a winged eyeliner would take this look to the next level. But I'm not gonna do it on camera. I'm gonna do it off camera and I'll be right back. And I'll also have my full face done, so then we can take care of that purple color. And I'm also going to dupe a lip color that I want, so stay tuned for that. Be right back. Hey, I'm back. Sorry about that. So I did stick some winged eyeliner on. I did my full face. I will go ahead and share with you what I used. I used the NYX Hydra Touch oil primer. I really like this with super dry foundation, or because it's winter and my skin dries out in weird places, and I don't know, I really like this primer. I'm almost done with it, and if I continue to use dry foundations, I will use it, but I'm not sure if I ever will buy another dry foundation, so I'm just going to use up the ones that I do have. I used two foundations together. I used Fenty and Makeup Forever. This was decluttered to me by a friend. It's too light for me, and I was tricked by the Sephora store lights to buy this one, thinking it was light enough for me. I was wrong. Not only was it too dark for me, but it oxidizes like crazy. So this is too light, this is too dark. Together they look pretty good to me. Yeah. So, and then I set that with the Fair Fit Me powder, whatever, and that was good. And finally, for like my blush and my bronzer, I used the Too Faced All Natural palette. In case you didn't know, I don't really support Too Faced anymore. They've said some really shitty things, and this will be the last thing I will own from them unless I get a gift anytime soon, which I doubt. But this was a gift for me. I wouldn't have purchased it if I had known about what was said or whatever. So anyway, that's what I used for the rest of my face and highlight and all that good stuff. And for my brows, I just used some like no-name black eyeliner and brown eyeliner. So that's what I used, and my NYX Epic ink liner for my wings. So next up, I'm going to take this magenta purpley reddish shade, and I'm going to smoke out the lower lash line. And just kind of carefully start at the very edge and just slowly smoke it out. I love this e.l.f. Jewel Pop eyeshadow palette. I think many people struggled with it because these are darker, and darker colorful eyeshadows are just difficult to blend out in general. At least from my perspective, I guess, from like my experience. That might not necessarily ring true for other people. But I think this is a great beginner colorful palette if someone is willing to be kind of patient with it. And I say beginner just because, like, if you are just starting out with color and you go straight to Sugar Pill and you find out that maybe you don't like colorful eyeshadows as much as you thought you would, it's like $10 a pan. So imagine just wanting to try out colorful eyeshadow, and then you try out a really expensive colorful eyeshadow and you're like, this isn't what I was thinking of when I wanted colorful eyeshadow. Like, this isn't what I wanted. And at least like with a cheap colorful palette like this one, it was like, oh, it was $10 like for the whole thing, and you know, that's not as devastating. So I'm pretty happy with this. If I had like I think I might have a burgundy eyeliner. So I found this NYX faux black and oxblood. I think this is what I'm looking for. So the next thing I want to do is do a lipstick that I want. It's so I wish I could do the whole collection, but I do need to do, I need to pick one for this. And that's the new Anastasia, nope. That's the new Sugar Pill liquid lipsticks. They're kind of shimmery, so I'm really going to have to think of like what to do to really imitate these. But I want to think of the one that goes with this look the most, and hopefully you'll agree with me. Hopefully, I don't know, I don't care if you agree with me. I'm just gonna pick one, but still, Okay, so we have the choice of Hijinks, Vertigo, and Sub-Zero. Hijinks is kind of like a magenta with kind of teal sparkles. Sub-Zero is like a really deep navy blue, maybe even a black base with sparkly teal flecks, and then Vertigo is a very muted purple. It almost reminds me of Kimchi, to be honest, but maybe I think it's darker. Well, I know it's darker. I actually just bought my first Sugar Pill lipsticks and I really like them. I got the two like more famous ones, the Kimchi one, and I also got the Trinket Brain Fart. So I really like them. I think the formula is great, but I'm broke and I can't just spend $60+ on, or $58 or however much they cost on liquid lipsticks. That's just like, I can't do it. So a while ago I bought the Anastasia Beverly Hills like lip kit thing that is like all the different lipsticks in one, and I will find it. Here it is. So this is it. I've gotten a lot of use out of this. I am very happy that I purchased this. They are drying, but it's okay because you can put chapstick on first and then put them on and then they're fine. Yes, they transfer. It's not perfect, but it works for me because I do lust after lipsticks in unusual colors, and this kind of allows me to play with unusual colors without having to commit to an entire tube of lime green lipstick. It's just way more realistic for me. So I've seen this at like TJ Maxx or whatever on clearance. I think it's great for me personally, maybe not for like other people. I've used this on others as well, and I don't know, it's like I always have the perfect nude, I always have the perfect bright. The only thing that this is missing is colors from the CMYK spectrum. That's really the only thing that I'm missing from it. So that being said, I think I really want, I want to aim for maybe the Hijinks color. So, and it's this color right here. I think it'll complement the lower lash line a little bit better than the other ones. So I think that's what I'm gonna go for. I think it's pretty close to this color right here. So I'm going to take this one and then maybe add a little bit of this dark brown to it to kind of deepen it up a bit, because I think that's what will really kind of get me to that color. I'm just gonna add the tiniest bit of that brown. I'm not gonna like dig in with my mixer or whatever. So I'm gonna put this on off camera because lips are just not my forte on camera. So I'm gonna do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the final look, and this is how I would normally wear it with glasses. I like how they match my lipstick. I put a little bit of highlighter on my lipstick, and I think it's just about as noticeable as the real thing. So I hope you enjoyed. I did put a little bit of mascara on too. My hair is really gross right now, so I'm not gonna bother trying to do anything to it to like make it look better. But I really have fun kind of pretending I have eyeshadow palettes that I don't have by getting other palettes together and seeing what I can make with them. I just really enjoy doing that. If there's a palette that you've been lusting for that you would like for me to dupe, please post it down below. I would really like to do that. I think it's really fun. But I really am going to try not to buy any eyeshadow this year. I have a whole lot that I need to get use out of. I don't travel, so it's not like, oh no, if this palette isn't travel friendly, like I'm not going to be able to survive. Like I have to have a colorful travel friendly palette that's just exactly what I want with everything in it. That's not me, so I just occasionally get to sit with my makeup stash and just kind of play, so that's what I like to do. Thanks for coming onto this dupe journey with me. Like I said, if you like videos like this, let me know. Like, subscribe, or don't. I just do this for fun. Hope you have a great day, evening, morning, whatever time it is. Bye!